welcome back to another episode of Behind the Scenes of Melika Tour. Today, I have a special guest in the studio. We're going to have a cool conversation about a bridal business that is up and coming that a lot of people don't know they really need. Okay, I'm talking about my girl Bree does social. Okay, hey Bree.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yes. So we're actually going to be talking about behind the scenes of a wedding content creator. Okay. My girl is an amazing wedding content creator. She's been doing it for a good while now. How long have you been in business?
I think I've been in business for about 2 to 3 years at this point, which is crazy. So
I know, right?
it's been a little bit.
Yes. But Bree, no, I just wanted to reach out to you to have you come on because I consider you one of the top tier Black bridal businesses out here just making moves and doing your thing. So I definitely wanted to have you on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got started.
Yeah, so my name is Brianna.
Brianna.
And I got started through social media. So I actually did a lot of like social media managing and content creation there. And so that's kind of where I got started. My dad let me kind of do some stuff for his like Christian business, rap business page, and then also doing some things on my campus as well. And so after that, I had a friend, one of my content creator friends, reach out to me, and she's like, "Hey, like, would you be willing to record my wedding on your phone?" And I'm kind of like, "I've never heard of that before, but I'll do it for you, girl."
Yeah.
And so I think at the time, I think Playing with Laura was the only wedding content creator that I saw that was out there at the moment. So I contacted her and I was like, "Hey, like I've never seen this before. Like, what do I need to do?" So she was more than willing to, help me out, more than willing to give me some advice. I did her wedding. I loved it. And then from there, I was like, I guess I could offer this to other people.
Yes. That's how it starts. Yes. Yeah. But you have to have a passion for it, and you're definitely passionate about it.
Yes, I am very particular, but
I'm
very passionate about it as well.
Yeah, so that's what I was asking, like far as like the passion that you have behind it all. So it's good. I love your backstory because when I first started seeing it, it was probably about a couple years ago as well.
Yeah.
But now that I feel like people, not just people, but brides and grooms really want to document every single thing from the wedding. So we need to have a content creator, outside of the norm. Yes.
That's kind of where that came in. Like a lot of people are liking to have those little moments like documented. I know one of my friends had recorded a moment where a girl was like just got done with her wedding. Her friends like hyping her up, and then her friends like, "Take me through that, take me through that." And they're like, "You can't say that, we at church." So like little moments like that. I think people just love to have those moments along with the videographer video and the photography and stuff. So I think it just kind of gives you a better perspective of your wedding, and it gives you a view of your wedding and everything that happened and things you might not, have seen just because of timeline wise. So,
we've worked together in the past wedding. I want to say maybe it was like 2024. I want to say maybe 2023.
Yes, it's crazy.
Yes. So that's when we first initially met.
Yeah.
And as you see, like behind the scenes, like I say, behind the scenes, a lot happens behind the scenes of a wedding. So, seeing you in action, seeing me in action, I'm curious, have you ever seen another bridal concierge service?
I have, but it's rare and I think it's more needed, I will say. I've had one other wedding, I think, in Atlanta that I had seen one, and then there was none I did recently, but that person technically was from Texas. So I have seen them here and there, but I think what you did was phenomenal, like helping her get in her dress, making sure she had something to drink, she could eat something, just calming her nerves.
Yeah.
Making sure everything's sitting right. Also, in some ways, kind of even helping with the timeline.
Yes.
So I think it's very much needed. Especially if you're a type A bride or you're like
type A.
Then you got somebody who's like, "Hey, I got this. We have a problem. I got already prepared for that." Like, I think it's much needed.
That's what I'm saying too, because I do a little bit of content. I do a little bit too, but I think I might have one or two ideas in mind. I have to like show the bride, and I actually have had brides push back and was like, "Oh, I really don't want to do TikToks. I don't really want to." But you gotta think, because they hired me to do the service, so they probably not thinking about doing TikToks.
Yeah.
But when they hire you specifically, they know that they're going to be doing a bunch of different setups and things. And then as you doing it, you have to remember yourself. I found that when I was doing it, like, okay, if I show them this TikTok,
Yeah.
I gotta know in my mind. So okay, let me capture this moment. Let me capture this moment. I don't care where it is at or when it happens, as long as I get that moment and you can put it together.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
and I think
I
a lot
do
of
understand
people
it. Mm-hmm.
don't think about that part, and that's something that I do a lot of planning behind.
Yes,
Like literally even having the words written down to each TikTok, so I literally could just feed it straight to them. Like, hey, you're gonna say, "Oh, girl, you look fabulous." Like, so I even like that level of being able to tell them what they're gonna say, even tell them how they're gonna be moving. It's still a lot of planning that goes into that I don't think a lot of people realize. They're like, "Oh, it's just a TikTok, we can do it and be done." It's like, if you look nice, I did
but
about.
if you really wanted to be like flawless, you wanted to be flawless and actually make sense and it come out like like you plan to be like. I agree, like and this and you're right. It's almost like a movie set. It's almost like a movie producer in a sense.
No, literally. Right now, the script, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Retake. That was
retake. Right. Do it again. Exactly. Girl, I had this bride who did the Beyonce one. The
yes,
you already know. Yes, the Beyonce, the freakum dress, and it was just as simple as words. Okay, hold up, bring the beat back, and I do it so much, and I practice it, and I haven't even wasn't the bride. So at this point, I was like, whoever wants to do it, I got that one script. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I said, girl, just do this. Put your head up. Just stand still. And then you just put it all together. And those are the simple ones.
Yes.
The ones that you're coming up with, like they are really, I'm like, wow.
The TikTok sound like the one that's like, my fiance. I don't know if you've seen that one.
My fiance.
Winning and making sure we get every moment of that one is definitely one that has been very like hard.
I actually managed to get one without knowing that I was going to do that TikTok. But then when I looked back to the wedding, I was like, oh, I can do with my fiance for that. Like she's on a ring, and it just be so many moments that brides can take advantage of,
So, definitely. That's why content creation is definitely for the girlies who are already like TikTok people or like to put their own videos together. I think that is definitely meant for them because you get all this raw content and then you literally can just use it however you want to.
And also you could, because a lot of the photographers and videographers, they get some of the setup, but we're like in the thick of it. We're like in there when hair and makeup is being done, and you may not even want them in there because most of the time it's women, it's a bradal suite. So it's, all women in the suite. So then it's that. So we're able to get those private moments and yes.
And also just catching things. I mean, with photographers, I think a lot of them are starting to add more candid shots to their lineup. But sometimes that might not always be something that like some people offer because it does take an eye to be able to capture things candidly when it comes to photos. So
that's true.
It's definitely still, a lot of things are moving.
But Bree, how do you ensure you don't get in the way like of a photographer, and the videographer? Like, how does that work?
Great question. Yeah. Because I think there's like this, ism or stereotype thing that's kind of going out there right now since like wedding concentration has become a thing. Is like we're in the way, like we're in the shy, like we take up too much time. So just to dispel, I think the thing that has helped me combat that is being very upfront with the photographer and videographers, meeting them, talking to them, whether that's getting like a ceremony game plan, whether that's like, hey, you're gonna snap photos, but after 10 minutes you're done and we're moving on to TikToks. Whatever that looks like, whether they might have to change their lens. So like, hey, you go ahead and get the photos or whatever. So I think that communication is a big part of it, and just making sure that everybody kind of is part of that plan and understanding. And especially with ceremony, videographers have cameras sometimes set up on tripods. So I always make sure, hey, how zoomed in is this camera? Can I go in? Like, and sometimes they're like, hey, you can pass by real quick. If you're quick about it, you're good. Some people are like, hey, don't even go past the camera. So I think just being cognizant of making sure that you're just talking to them and making sure that they can complete their service, but also making sure you can get your stuff as well.
That is so right, because I run into the same thing as well with helping the bride get dressed, and the bridal party wants to help and things like that. So it's like, they hire, like you said, they hire a lot of different vendors to do different things, so you hire us to do something. Well, I'm here to do it. Like she hired me to get her dressed. So you still can get the shot, like a zip or something, but the whole, getting her together is on me because she hired me. So like you said, I introduced myself. When I first come in the room, hey, I'm the concierge for the day. you know, like, just let them know who I am, introduce myself to the makeup artist, the photographer, and everyone. So, because I introduced myself to you, right? Or we just kind of like, and I love to connect. I love to connect with people, yes, as well.
Yeah, I
So,
think
yeah,
that's important.
I've had to be like, okay, you ain't got the shot by now, sir. We got to go. Like I had to do a couple of those. Like sometimes the photographers they're the one that's running behind. Like they're
and I feel like sometimes I had the situations where it's like, they've had ample time to get the shots that they want to, or the shots that they've talked to previous. And I don't know, everybody's planning process is different. Some people are very, we already plan the shots we want. And sometimes, candidly, you will see stuff and be like, oh, we should get this or this. But I think it comes to a point where it's like, well, there's other vendors here who need to fulfill their contract. So you have to say, okay, enough is enough. I think we've gotten enough, so they can move on with the videographer, or they can move on with the content creator. Because, the bride hired each one of y'all to be here to get stuff. So I think everybody should be, fair and, not taking up too much time. And I think planning ahead of time helps, but lessen the time, if that makes sense. Like
it does. What has been some of your favorite or most challenging weddings to date? Like what you think?
My favorite weddings right now have been 5-hour weddings because they don't take 10 hours. So and the editing is very easy. So I've really been loving my 5-hour weddings for sure. I can get in, get what I need, get out, get them their stuff quicker. It's just been nice. But I think the most challenging weddings that I have had recently is weddings without a planner. I would say have been a big thing, or at least somebody there to kind of make sure things are moving along. Those weddings are a little more challenging. Just because you're not able to.
I know.
It's like somebody's not there.
There's no one in the middle. There's not a middle ground. Yes.
Yeah, and so for that, like things just kind of start to kind of fall apart from there.
I didn't think about. I mean, you're right. I've been at weddings. Yeah, I haven't been at one. I haven't had a planner. Yeah, but I've been at the one that we did. She didn't have a makeup artist. I did her makeup. Yeah, that was insane. Like I don't do makeup, girl. I'm here to do. So that's just like you there to do content creation, and you're planning and telling people where to go and what to do. Like, wait a minute, I ain't signed up for this.
Exactly. And most of the time when there isn't a planner, it falls on the photographer. But let's just say at this specific wedding, there wasn't really even a photographer. So it fell on me to try to so it was just like a lot of things that I have never done and it was not used to. So I would say those weddings are challenging. And then also the weddings where like maybe me and the client aren't always aligned in the sense of what their deliverables will be. So maybe they're kind of expecting something and it's like, oh, you're sending me stuff that's videographer quality and I'm recording with my iPhone. So there might just be like a difference in like them not knowing what they're getting. So those weddings can also be a bit challenging when we're not like aligned.
I understand. Yes, because at the end of the day, like we're there doing our job at the most. We give our all. We're at these weddings. So we always want the bride to be happy, at the end of the day. So those experiences can be tough, to get around maneuver, but you learn and then you get back and then you tighten your contract and then you be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna move going forward.
My contract it literally says like I do not replace a photographer or videographer, and they signed that. So I think that has helped in the sense when I am like, if there is an issue on the back end, I can go back and say, well, hey, like, I let you know that I don't replace photography. I don't replace videography. Like I'm a content creator. I'm coming here to record on my iPhone. So, you sign something saying you recognize that, before I completed service. So, I think there's just with content creation, I think there's a lot of ideas of what it is and what it is. And then there are content creators who are using professional grade cameras. So there's just a lot of.
Right. I see what you're saying. It's a gray area too. So what is your experience with the virtual videos, like with the TikToks and stuff that's going viral? Like you don't really need a professional camera, do you think?
Well, I think it depends on what your preference is, because some people really love like the cinematic feel, and I think if you want cinematic feel, 100% videographer. Like if you want your full ceremony recorded, 100% videographer. If you want like good mic when it comes to vows and speeches at the reception, 100% videographer. Like, so I think that there's moments where it's like you definitely need to get a videographer. Obviously you can always add a content creator onto that. I think that sometimes if people are more lax, if they're kind of shyer around the camera, if they're like, hey, we're not really big camera people, but we still want a little something, then I think content creation sometimes has like come in where videography may not just fit where the client wants or needs. So there has been that, but I think that just knowing the difference. And there was this girl, I think I reposted it not that long ago, who literally told you photographer, videographer, content creator. So you literally can see which each person is delivering. I'm like, I'm about to send this to all my clients now.
Yes, like thank you. Like some of them TikTok videos, people like, yes, like someone understands me. Yes. This is the reason why I'm having this podcast. I want people to understand that we're not tripping. Like we are really out here pounding the pavement. These are businesses, our own businesses, entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn the good, the bad, all of it, so yeah. I'm just
like you said, each experience is definitely a moment to just learn from and grow from and just do better. So I'm thankful for even the challenging moments.
Yes, because you're gonna keep going. I know it doesn't, it doesn't stop you. You just take notes. Like I even tell myself, like, I would love to have I'm just saying, like, this is hypothetically, like, but like 12 brides, one a month. That's not too bad. But then when you get to your 4th or 5th bride, you're like, now why in the world did I ask for
That's definitely me. Like I've seen those videos that are like me booking clients, like, oh yeah. Then it's like when you get to the month and you actually have to do it.
People like, now what in this world? The bride already told me I have a wedding coming up in October. She said, I am. See, I'm a positive person. I'm a upbeat person. So I'm, so I invented this so people can be, bring the party to the bridal party. I don't want nobody in there double downing and you got to go, and she's telling me, I'm going to be mad that day because I don't like my husband's family. I said, well, we're not being mad. Okay. We're not being mad.
We're going to be mad.
Hey girl, she already let me know. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I got to prepare myself because when, they got the screw spaces, sometimes the energy can be thick, and sometimes you got to figure out where, especially, when I'm doing, I'm up and close and, all up in the things. So like you said, you got to mesh. We got to blend. So so you're already telling me I'm gonna be.
Would you say that you bring like you help kind of bring vibes? Like, do you play music for them and all that type of stuff? Like, okay.
Yeah, I have a playlist. Like before they go over the contract, I give like it's almost like a VIP. So I'll ask them their 5 favorite things. And if I can't get all the things, I'll at least try to get 3 or 4 of them. So it's their favorite flowers, their favorite candy, soda, drinks, champagne. Just something special. And I'll bring that. And I come there about 2-3 hours before the ceremony. So when I get there, they're in hair and makeup. So and then like if it's kind of like dead or something, it was kind of like I'll come in and be like, okay, everyone, and I'll get them. What's your get your playlist going and like get the champagne rolling and get everybody to loosen up. Like, it's okay, y'all. It's a wedding today. Like, come on, let's get it together.
Sometimes when music ain't playing, everybody just sitting around is like,
I said, I don't know what is wrong with me. I mean, they probably looking at me like, this girl got too much energy. I'm like, because you have to. You have to be, yes.
Yeah. And it's and like what you do definitely helps with the vibe because I feel like you need to be in a happy space when you're taking photos and videos and feel relaxed. Yes. Gives you better photos because when you're stressed or you're like, oh my gosh, did she come or do this? And it's like when we need you to be looking at us and smiling and just enjoying, it's like you're like, looking off or other stuff. So
worrying about everything that can nothing, at this point we here. So it's just like, okay, we just gonna roll with the punches at this point.
It's the rest of it, literally.
Yep. but no. What packages do you offer? Like, and how many covers? Like you said 5 hours, but what does that include?
Yeah, so I have a 5-hour package that comes with 2 edited videos and 2 TikToks. And then, of course, all my packages come with raw content. So, again, for anybody who wants to create their own content, they can. A lot of people love to look through the videos if they couldn't be there. They're like, oh, look, I got to still be part of their day by looking through the videos. Good. So that's why I provide raw content. But the 2 edited videos, so they're kind of just highlight type videos from the day or whatever portion of the day we've talked about. And then TikToks, of course, are the trendy sounds. But also they don't always have to be like directed TikToks. It can just be kind of raw content TikToks. So it just, again, depends on the person. But 5 hours, 2, and then 7 hours is 3, and then 10 is 4. So with 10, you're getting about basically 8 videos. 7, you're getting about 6, and then 5, you're getting 4 altogether.
Oh wow! And you learned this because of all the weddings you done. You're like, okay, this is a good amount of videos to do.
Yes. Now I will say that I offer more than the typical content creator offers. So, but it's just because the TikToks are very easy to put together. And a lot of people do come to me because they like TikToks and they want TikToks. So that's why a lot of my clientele, I would say, are probably people who are looking for TikToks, because a lot of people don't always include TikToks in.
Or they don't.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of like, like Instagram, anything that's less than 30 seconds is what I call a TikTok. So it might be like a 15-second video, around you and your dad dancing at the reception, or it could be something that's like my fiance, or like we were talking earlier. So it just depends. But yeah, most content creators like might have it as an add-on, or some of them like will kind of just do it case by case, but they don't just offer it just all the way. So that is something that I think is a little different. Whereas I do offer TikToks.
That's good. Yeah. It's good to know all the ins and outs of all the new stuff that's happening. Do you also make your own up? Like, do you have ideas of your own? Like, do you just pull from like different things?
I mainly pull from different things. We have had situations where, there might be like a trend, but nobody in a wedding space has done it. So sometimes we've done that. I think there was like, and with that, like She's Off the Market, it was like a recent TikTok that I posted. Like that wasn't, I don't think I've seen anybody do it with weddings, but it was something that was done with like a group of friends, I think on the Bachelorette maybe, or something like that. So you can always shift things or change things. But I will say personally, I have not created anything, it's either been something like that's been repurposed, or I just have like taken for something else and just kind of redid it. Because usually I do have like, brides allow them to send me like whatever inspo or anything that they like. So I want to do that, but I have not met somebody who's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a song and then let's see what we can do with it yet. So
that's all right. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun. You can be like, wow, like now people will be hitting you up. They're gonna be using your TikToks for their inspirations. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's a lot of girls. I will say, like, there are some in the space who are great at like creating like trends or TikToks. And so I'm like, sometimes it just takes like having a song and having an idea, literally. So
that's true. Yes. What can your clients expect to receive their content and everything?
Yeah. So usually a lot of people say 24 hours. I'm not a 24-hour content creator. I let my clients know that up front. I'm not giving you nothing to 24 hours. So I usually am trying now to have raw content and TikToks of them within 48 to 72. And then edited videos might be anywhere from 3 to 5 days. And if it's just crazy or, wedding season crazy, it could be anywhere up to 7 days for those edited videos.
That's still pretty good, because I've heard one lady say 3 months, 4 months. I said, girl, y'all crazy.
No.
But that's, I think if it's some people that overbook themselves a lot, you know what I'm saying? And then you have to have time to edit. That's the main thing. The being at the wedding is cool. The editing is the more the work, putting everything together. Yeah.
And then people don't think about it, but I have to go through the raw content and cull it. So basically I'm deleting videos that's like, you don't really need that. Or it might have been a 1 second video or video that was just shot that basically got pressed and is at the floor or whatever. So you have to go through those videos, cut those up, and make sure it looks clean for the client. As well as if you have associates or people that are second shooting for you, then you do have to get their content. Sometimes if they cull it, that's amazing, but sometimes they don't. So you have to cull their stuff and then mix it in with your stuff, and then still pull from that to use for editing. So it's a lot that goes into it, again, that a lot of people I think just don't realize. Like, oh, why can't you have it in 48 hours? And it's like, if you knew everything that I had to do, then it's like 3 to 5 days, 7 days is pretty good.
Good. Yes. How many weddings have you covered so far? Like, can you think over this?
I was just asked this, but I am not sure, but since I've started, I want to say that I've covered at least close to like between 20 to 40 weddings, like just a range. I don't really know again because I feel like the beginning years were a little slower, so it could be somewhere close to like 30. But I feel like that's the range just off the
Yes,
top of
30.
my
Yeah.
head.
Yes. So you do more than 12 rides a year then. You do like what, every other weekend?
Yes, last year I think I definitely did at least like 24 brides, I think. It was like
Wow, that
24,
is
25.
great, Bree. That
And
is
this year
great.
is a lot more.
Yeah,
So
this year's picking up. This year is definitely picking up. Yeah. And
yeah.
like far as our businesses and everything. That's why I wanted to get you sit down and talk to you because you've been doing your thing, girl. We worked on a bride. I had a bride that worked, she just had her alterations done by me.
Mhm.
And then when I saw the videos and I saw your tag, I said, "Oh, Bree did our wedding." Like it came out so good. Yeah. So I was like, and
Wait,
I seen some
who was it? Or do you know?
she had her groom wore pink
Okay.
and the
Yeah. I
bridesmaids
love
wore pink.
them.
Yeah, see? Yeah,
Yeah.
the bridesmaids wore pink, and then the TikToks that you did, I haven't seen those. I have the one in the mirror when they were in the mirror
Yes.
and they turned around. Like I didn't see that. I haven't saw that one
Yes.
before. And
And that's what I was saying. Like it's been done by some content creators, but then again, like there's so many people. So like, I think we had pulled that from inspiration, but I think it was a wedding one that we had pulled. But thankfully she did pick some like different ones other than just like
yeah, she did.
allow me to reintroduce myself or something. So we got to do some like
Yes,
different things that
and then
were
the groom participated.
yes,
That's rare too.
yes, he was amazing. Like I was thankful for them because I was like, a lot of times it kind of gets crazy. So I'm glad we were able to get some good stuff for them as well.
Because it's you and your sister, right? Those
Mhm,
are your
she did
two.
that actually. She did his stuff. So anything that
So
was
I think it's cool that you, because when I met you, is you and your sister, you're twins.
yeah.
And so I was telling my husband, I said, that is the best thing. I said, because one could be in there getting the groom, one could be in there with the bride, one could be upstairs, downstairs, and then you'll come together, put the video together. I was just like, that is brilliant. That is
It
brilliant.
makes it so much easier. And I have added an associate. Her name's Danielle. So I added her last May, and so she's kind of also been helping. Because there's been a point where there was 3 of us at some weddings. So I was here, somebody catching the cord, and somebody
Yes.
so like it's just like there's different stuff, but it also just always depends on timeline. Some grooms don't want content, so then sometimes I don't need a second shooter. So it just again depends, but it does make it easier. So if you're somewhere like you can know that somebody's getting the like reception space before guests get in, while you're with the couple, if that for instance, whereas you might have to like hope it's set up before and get that stuff
Right,
and
right.
whatever. So
Yeah, y'all be tag teaming. Yeah, that's like that's like the best, the best, the best, the best. So who idea was it? Yours or hers?
it was mine. I mean, technically, this is my business. She just really helps out a lot because she's my sister, and
Right, I know.
what other people's husbands be doing, like for them, where they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna help me come build this, or you're gonna help me come do this." Like she's that person for me. Like, hey, you're gonna help me come, talk to these people or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
I'm thankful for her help for sure because it definitely would not be possible, without her, with all the driving and just helping me drive. And
Yes.
all that stuff is definitely a
Yes.
big thanks to her for sure.
Yes. So where are you located? I know you'll travel, but where are you
Yes,
located?
I'm located in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
And then I say that I kind of service this area, but also Georgia area because I also do a lot of stuff in Atlanta.
Yes.
But I'm trying to get more into the Tennessee area.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see
All
how
over,
this
honey.
goes next year. You tell
Yes. I said all over, honey. They gonna be flying us out like they be flying them makeup artists and
okay. I did have my first wedding in California last year, which was very interesting and very fun.
That's
So I
good. Tell
definitely
me
got to
about
see what that looks like, outside of our kind of southern area.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me about it. So they flew you out?
Yeah, so he paid, for the flight and the travel and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So yeah, I mean, literally got on the plane, got there. I had to get a car. I decided to rent a car instead of like Ubering everywhere.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a very beautiful wedding. Yeah, and I really still don't ever really know how he found me, to be completely honest. But I think
Wow.
he worked at a what do you call it, like a factory or something. Like he's part of management at a factory that is like located here, and it's like a big factory that a lot of people here work at.
Oh.
So I think he come down here sometimes. So I'm guessing that when he came down here, I might have like somehow got in his algorithm or whatever. And that's how he found me. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I know you was happy. You was like, okay, yes.
Like
Yes.
more California weddings, but I heard the market out there is kind of crazy. So
I heard too. Yeah. I've had some brides recently bring me my dress. They got their dresses from California and altered them, but they needed someone to steam them,
yes.
or touch it up a bit. And they'd be like, your good reviews are so good. Would I rather come to you? Because they're getting somewhere, Georgia's huge. They get married somewhere in Georgia, but I'm good on Google, honey. Google me, and I'm telling you, will come out. They'll be like, "Oh yes, I don't care how far she is, I'm coming."
Yeah,
like, yes.
Yeah, and I feel like when you have the right vibe and people really, value what you provide,
yes,
like you, then they are willing to be like, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna fly you out. Yeah, we're gonna pay for your travel. I want you here to make sure my day goes well." So,
yes. So, where do you see yourself in the business going forward?
Just continue to expand right now. I think providing my business more stable foundation, which I feel like I've done in these past couple months. But then just starting to grow and expand. So, get my branding stuff together. Coming soon. Just maybe adding some associates and seeing, how can I best train them? How can I best provide them with what they need? How can all those things work together? I did bring on a social media manager recently, so she's definitely been helping me post some things. And so just seeing what all those areas are looking like. And
before you know it, girl, you be doing producing, you be from weddings to producing movies or these crazy reality shows that they doing these days.
And a lot of people don't know, but I actually have a dad who's a photographer in Atlanta. So he has done music. He works on sets. And stuff. So definitely having that knowledge from him helps a lot. He's worked with a lot of celebrities, so he's definitely a very amazing, talented artist.
What's his name?
And I'm praying I've gotten some genes. His name is his Instagram is Andrew Thomas Clifton.
Andrew Thomas Clifton. Okay.
Hopefully I'm praying that I got creative genes from him.
You do, honey. You do, because you behind that camera, girl. You are amazing. Yes,
it's crazy because even my grandfather, his father, also does photography and like some photography, drone work and stuff. So
it's in you. It's right, and it's like it is meant for generational wealth. Other cultures have different generational wealth, and I think as us, we're finding out our true gifts and talent is our generational wealth.
Yeah. And that's why I've been loving to see all the Black luxury, everybody's business, and everything. And I'm like, I love to see this because it might have took us a little longer to get to this space, but we definitely are prospering and are very creative.
Yes, we are here. Yeah. So, what advice would you give to any upcoming would love to be a wedding content creator?
I think really just take the time to practice. That was a big thing. And it doesn't even have to be weddings. It can literally just be you going out to the coffee shop and learn how to get a clear shot. So just practicing when you can, trying new things, trying new editing styles always. Scrolling through social media, that's a great way for you to gain inspiration. Just always, be willing to start somewhere. So, a lot of people, content creators are starting to look for associates. So maybe you can start somewhere there. Planners always need, some help getting content and stuff. So,
I get it, like be behind the scenes. It kind of
A lot of vendors are now wanting to have content done. So there's always a space. Maybe if you don't want to specifically start with the bride and groom, you can kind of start there. Also there's a lot of wedding groups and stuff out here that people are willing, are offering to do weddings for free, to get experience. So the couple knows that you're getting experience and stuff like that. So, there's just so many avenues that you can start at, but I think just always just being willing to practice, content creation, always willing to get better. And as time goes on, you will get better. Just continue to learn and grow. And if you have questions, there are people like me who would love to help you. So don't be afraid to email us or inbox us on Instagram or whatever, so we can answer those questions. But we're
Yeah,
also figuring out, which is a big thing. So I
this
think
is a
we're
big
all,
thing.
and I think like, you know how photographers have like their Pixie set
Oh
of sites
yes.
to deliver, like
Mm-hmm.
we're just now getting sites that are allowing us to kind of do what we need to do when it comes to content creation. So we're very much still growing and learning together. So yeah.
Yes, that is so good, Bree. Thank you so much. Where can people find you, girl? Where are you at? What's the platforms?
You can find me on Instagram at Bree.does.social. And then also I think it's the same on TikTok. It's just Bree does social. And then on Facebook, because I think somebody took Bree does social, it's Bree
Oh
social.
Lord.
Yeah, those are the places that you can find me and interact with my content and message me.
Yes, message you, yep, and get all the good stuff. Yes, girl. You guys definitely need to tune into my girl, Miss Bree. She is out here doing big things in ATL and Alabama. Okay, but guys, I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back again with some more beautiful Black bridal businesses on the podcast. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again, Bree, for stopping in.